High school football coaches, what's the most disrespectful thing a player has said to you? I'm in my first year coaching at a small high school for the varsity squad. I'm an assistant helping with skill players. I'm quite young compared to the rest of the staff. I'm dealing with a lot of problems with some of the kids. There are 2 boys on the team who talent-wise are good, but their attitudes are horrible. These players are starters yet they don't hustle during practice, they screw around and don't even try because they are given playing time anyway by the head coach. The tipping point was this past week. During a drill, these players cursed at me and told me to go FK myself after I told them to stop messing around during my drills. I didn't yell or curse or anything, I simply told them to stop messing around and listen to me. I told them to leave the field. These players proceeded to slam their helmets on the ground and throw a tantrum on the sideline. The head coach saw this and put them back in, telling me take a softer approach. At another point, these same players refused to participate in a blocking drill I put together. I was told by one of them, during the drill, your drills suck, try and find something that actually works. These kids are not doing the drills I put together, and when they do, they are not trying and bringing any intensity. I'm talking walking through, helmets unstrapped, mouthpieces out. I complained about it to the head coach after practice, and he is doing absolutely nothing about it. He told me sometimes you have to look the other way on things for the best of the team. He is still giving these kids playing time and will not take them out despite their disrespectful behavior. Cursing at a coach in my opinion is unacceptable. Going to the athletic director is not an option, as he is also the head coach I'm dealing with here. I've also been told I can't make them run or do drills like up downs because that is too hard on them. I cannot understand what the issue with these kids is. I'm a teacher in the district and I don't yell or scream at the kids. It has been this way since day one, and truthfully I am tired of the disrespect. I get they are kids, but allowing them to curse and disrespect a coach and letting them play without discipline does not seem right. I decided to not focus on the kids who disrespected me and just went on with practice as usual. The next week after the incident, during the first game of the year, one of the players who had cursed me out was in the game, and he made a tackle and started taunting a kid. I couldn't hold my tongue here, so I yelled out to him, do not taunt. He proceeded to wave me off and continued to taunt the opposing players. I saw red and had enough. He blatantly disrespected me during a game and did not listen. When he got back to the sideline, I went over to him and told him he will not blow me off and he will show me respect. He turned around, looked me in the face, and said, it's a contact sport, bro, FK off. That was it for me. I yelled at him and said, I am not your bro or your friend. I am your coach and you have absolutely zero respect for anyone but yourself. Do not speak to me like that again. For the rest of the game, I was fighting back tears. I didn't even bother to coach up the other players, because I could not bring myself to do it. The head coach came over at halftime and asked me what was wrong. I explained to him that the kid cursed at me and disrespected me again and that I was tired of it. He told me this wasn't the time or place and that we would discuss it on Monday. The kid continued to play and I was mute. We rode the bus back and my mind was made up. I was done. I called the head coach the next day and told him I was done. HC said he was shocked, but that leaving the team was not a good option and felt like other avenues should be explored before I decided to walk away. I told him he needed to bench this player at a minimum and that considering that I was a coach, he shouldn't even be allowed to play or be a part of the team. He disagreed with me, stating you're young, this is what kids do. And if I bench him, what will the other kids say? How does that look? He said he would give him extra conditioning that Monday, but he refused to bench or remove him from the team.
I went over there and was met by him lashing out, looking shaken up, saying that he had enough of this psychological torture and that he was never going to go back to that house, my house, after what just happened. I asked what happened and he said he was on his phone, then fell asleep on the couch when he saw a human-shaped figure with long hair covering the face standing over him. My reaction was to just stare at him as he went on and explained that he saw it even when his eyes were closed and he thought it was a dream, but after he opened his eyes that thing was standing still. He said he froze and couldn't move except to try and pray by doing the cross sign, but something kept yanking his hand repeatedly, preventing him from praying. I asked what happened after that and he said he wasn't sure because he felt like he was going unconscious as he no longer felt his arms, then passed out but woke up again and freaked out and grabbed his jacket and car keys and ran out. I asked if that was it and he looked at me grudgingly, asking if I really thought he was making this up. I just shrugged and said that it's weird because this never happened to me in all the years I lived there. He attacked my statement, saying that I clearly have lived in that cursed house long enough that I've come to normalize the obvious weird stuff that keeps happening. He went on and on about how scared and traumatized he felt at the time and kept saying it's my fault he experienced that. I said now what, and he replied that he was letting me know he will no longer step a goddamn foot in that house ever again. I told him I'm not moving out after he suggested we rent an apartment if I still want us to live together. He said technically I'm not moving out but just to get some distance so I could consider selling the house in a rational way rather than let my emotions decide. I said no because I've already stated I had and have no intentions on selling my house, period. He didn't like it and said I clearly don't care about our relationship by refusing to compromise and take his concerns into consideration. He started fighting with me, calling me selfish and that I shouldn't be in a relationship since I always want things my way or no way. He added that he will be moving back with his mother for a while and will be waiting for my call if I choose to do the right thing and sell the house so we can start our life together as a couple. I haven't heard from since then. I honestly think he's making all this stuff up because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the house I live in and I believe that he started this whole thing to get me to consider selling it, but I could just be wrong here.